Yeah, we're live now, finally. What's up, what up? How's your day going? Mine's going pretty great. How about you? Yeah. Yeah, so what do I want to talk about today? Uh so so recently I've been doing a lot of thinking about how people are introverts, but in reality, nobody's actually an introvert. So I'm making this video about why you aren't an introvert, and you're just using this to mask your social anxiety and just trying to avoid your problem. Like, we human beings are social creatures. We talk to each other, we communicate with one another. So why do we have to put these labels on ourselves that we are an introvert or we are an extrovert? No, you aren't an introvert or extrovert. You just have social anxiety. You're just scared of relating to people. Like, I fell into that trap. I thought that I thought that I was an introvert or this. So what I would do is I'll go on my Instagram feed every day, scrolling, look at all these Instagram uh pages about how you're an introvert. I'm like, oh, I relate to this, I relate to this, I relate to this. But nah, like, no, I'm not an introvert. I'm just a normal human being. I also feel like every human being is an ambivert. Like, we have the ability to be an introvert or an extrovert, like, when it suits us the best. For example, people saying things like, oh, I'm an introvert. So if you're an introvert and you don't need social interaction, why are you spending 10 hours of your day on Instagram? Why spending 10 hours of your day on Twitter? Like, answer the question. Why? It's because it isn't real. It's just a label that we put on ourselves to avoid solving our problem. Like, I've been on TikTok recently and everybody talks about how we have to normalize everything. Normalize this, normalize this, normalize this. Like, no, you have a problem that you just need to work on. Normalize this, normalize that. Normalize shutting the hell up, please. Yeah, that's one thing you have to normalize. Because it's just gotten so ridiculous. We want to normalize the weirdest of things like cheating and what else again? Infidelity. A lot of weird shit like that. But nah, we just aren't. So that's the whole idea of my next video. And like, I'm working on my editing. I want to make something that's so cinematic, something that the storytelling looks very very good, and I'm working on it. And the video probably drop next week Tuesday. I want to be consistent on YouTube for now, and yeah, we're getting there every day as we go. And I'm thinking of doing like some more fun shit, like talk to people on Omegle, or doing like interviews, talk to people on the outside on what they think on certain topics. I think it's a good idea to diversify my content and make it more interesting, make it generally more appealing to a larger audience, and more subscribers will come. Like, it's also refreshing, like when you're in a conversation and you get an outside perspective on what people think, or because it opens your mind to new things that you might not even think about. Like, I certainly didn't think about how, like, so I grew up thinking about like why people consider black people criminals, or why a lot of black people steal. When I thought about it, is because I didn't really think about this until I saw a video on somebody explaining it. Because people are systematically oppressed because they can't make their own money. They have to resort to crime to feel that, and it's something that's been going like for generations and generations and generation. So what we're saying now is like the full effect of it. So if you wonder why particular race like robs a lot, or why particular race is committing like crimes, it's because of things like this that I don't see, that I don't think about when like you're normally thinking. So I was reading this book by about Sherlock Holmes, and he asked his friend like, and he asked a friend a question: how many stair how many staircases do we have at our house? And the friend said that he couldn't remember, that he doesn't know, that he has never thought about it. And Sherlock Holmes could this the exact number. So I thought about it is that a lot of people. So he said that a lot of people don't observe things. They just look. Just because you are looking doesn't mean you are observing things. A million things could be going wrong, could be going around you, but you can look, you can watch so many videos, but unless you observe, unless you try to seek it out yourself, you won't find it. That's the difference between two people that look and see. Yeah, my video is almost 6 minutes now. Probably when I edit it, it's going to be around like 3 minutes because that's how editing is. Like you can film a 14-minute video, and then when you cut it down, it's gonna be like 7 minutes or thereabouts. Yep. So yeah, so that's my plan for my next week. Yeah, so I've gotten better at my push-ups now. I think now I can do about, how many can I do? I think around 12 push-ups right now. Like, like I'm getting better and better each day I go, and the more I go, the stronger I get, and the more the stronger I get. So, a lot of people make an excuse that, oh, I'm not fit, all the gyms are closed, so I'm not gonna take care of myself. But no, like no excuses. You've got to take care of yourself. So, like I was in that, I had that, that mindset, because like right now I've grown like a lot faster than I was before. So I thought that, hey, I needed because the gyms were closed, so I need to forget about working out. But in reality, like I needed it because not working out affected my mental health, and it affected a lot of things that I do. What else is there to talk about? Okay, at least I'm getting better at like making podcasts, because usually this is what happens. So so I talk for about 2 minutes, and then I don't have anything to talk about for the remaining 30 minutes because like I'm just completely out of ideas and empty. Like I can't think about anything to say. But now, yeah, and I'm surprised I talk for like 8 minutes without stopping. Like that's a new record. That's a new record. Yeah. So I've been looking for a new place to film, and the truth is that like I had perfect place to film. So in my house we have this like little like space thing like this. And like I never thought about it that like, yeah, I could use this to film my content, and then like I just said that, let me just film for a second, and then yo, it was a good idea. See how beautiful it looks. Dun, 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 dun. So what else is there to talk about? Yeah, we lost the Champions League final. Like I thought I would be sadder than how I feel, but I don't really feel sad, to be honest. Yeah, I kind of hurt the first day, but after that, it didn't really hurt. I'm thinking that, hey, we've got next year to win the Champions League. We've got another year to win it. Yeah, but it kind of annoyed me. Like Pep annoyed me. Like, why didn't he start Fernandinho in that game? We've played, we played 60 games last season, and we played a defensive midfielder. And we played at least one defensive midfielder in 59 out of those games. Why is it that in the most important game of our season, Pep decides to play a centre midfielder as a defensive midfielder? Like that ruined our game. We had nobody to hold the ball and everything, and we lost the final. Even Tuchel was surprised that, why Pep dropped Fernandinho, because he's always played well against Chelsea. He's always like defended our team well against Chelsea. Like I am mad. I know lots of City fans are mad, and it's very understandable. Pep out, man. Like Pep out. Like if he doesn't win the Champions League next season, that motherfucker has to go. We need a winner in our team, to be honest. Like, I'm sorry. He's probably the best manager in history, but you've gotta go. So we've reached the 10 minutes mark. Yeah, I think I'll end it right there. So, hey, have a good day. Peace.